For anybody that may be confused about the Arc Raiders expedition that's coming up, here's an easier way to understand it. If this is your first expedition, you qualify for column 1, the red column. If this is your second expedition, you qualify for the yellow column, the second column. But more specifically for the permanent expedition cosmetics. If this is your first expedition, you get the patchwork outfit. If this is your second expedition, you get the evolved version of the patchwork outfit. As far as what I'm reading here, that means 4 additional toggles and 2 additional color options. As for Scrappy Cosmetics, there's a specific one for your first expedition, and there's a specific one for your second expedition. And then the expedition indicator icon is upgradable, so the icon that you'll have if you complete your second expedition is going to be different than somebody who completed their first expedition. Moving on to the permanent expedition bonuses. If this is your first expedition, you're going to be granted 12 spaces. If this is your second expedition, you're going to be granted an extra 12 spaces, for a total of 24. And as for skill points, whether it's your first or second expedition, you have the ability to get up to 5 skill points, and these are stackable as well, so you keep the 5 from before if you did your first expedition, or however many that you got from before. In addition, there's a new feature called the catch-up mechanic, where you can earn missed skill points from the previous expedition. Keep in mind though that this catch-up mechanic is only for people who completed the first expedition but ended up missing out on skill points. And expeditions have now been reduced to 600k per skill point for a total of 3 million, versus before when they were 1 million per skill point for a total of 5 million. And finally, the catch-up mechanic for missed out skill points is going to be 300k per skill point, so it's actually a little bit discounted. And then last but not least, the consecutive expedition buffs. If this is your first expedition, you get 5% XP boost, 6% scrappy materials boost, and 60% repair value increase. If this is your second expedition, you get upgraded to a 10% total XP boost, 12% scrappy materials boost, and 70% repair value increase. And the word consecutive means that you need to keep doing the expeditions in order to retain these boosts. If you don't do the expedition this time around, you're going to lose your boost. So I believe that covers everything and that it makes it a little bit easier to understand. But if there's anything that I missed or if I got something incorrect, feel free to let me know. And with that said, are you planning on doing your first or second expedition?